Hello, everybody. So nice to have you here. Hi, my name is Marisa Maggio Harrelson, and I'm excited to be doing the team training call tonight on overcoming concerns and objections. We also have Susie Benjamin, who is Dr. John Jelinek sister, who's going to join us later on in the call. I'll be introducing her and her expertise. She's going to talk about Protandim Nerf 2 and athletes and how Protandim can really help us on an athletic basis. So it just helps with everything, right? When you're reducing that oxidative stress. So I'm so excited to be the one to talk tonight on this call. And I just want to say, what happens in this business is we have such a passion to share what we know we have our hands on. We don't want to be the sellers, right? So don't be a salesperson. And when people say they're not a salesperson, say great, because we do not want salespeople in our business. Our business is to educate people without any attachment as to the result. And I know that's kind of hard, but as you keep doing this more and more, you really do feel that. Like you really feel it inside of you that I don't really care whether they get this or not, because my job, my mission is just to educate people about what we have our hands on and let people decide for themselves whether they want to be a customer or distributor, or if they are one of those people that you say next to, right? So anyway, so that's kind of what I wanted to share with you, one of the things. So overcoming, resistance. And really, it's about getting the mindset right, okay? We want to get the mindset right, because what happens is people can throw us off when they just say certain things like, I'm not a salesperson, I don't have time, or is this a pyramid scheme, or things like that. So, just don't be attached to yes or no.
This is
and really the most difficult part, can you please mute yourself? Whoever just joined us on the call, please mute yourself.
Off.
Can you mute yourself, please? Thank you so much. Okay. So basically, you're looking at ways to overcome resistance. What happens when you go to the car lot and you're buying a car and somebody comes up to you like, oh, the guard comes up, right? So we're not going to be one of those people. What we have to do is look at the person and then, find the compliment. And I want to get into all that because that's another type of training. But when people say certain things, I just like listening to them and understanding where they're coming from, and then say, I do or I don't know a lot about that, but I can only imagine what that would be like or feel like. Let me give you an example. I actually met with a physician about a week and a half ago who I thought was going to be very interested in this because she totally knew about Nerf 2 activation. She's getting an integrative functional medicine certification, and she was so excited to hear about it. So I had sent her a webinar. Well, all she saw was that it was a pyramid scheme and just getting people after people after people. And at first I kind of laughed, but then I caught myself. I was like, whoa. I said, well, number one, I would never be a part of anything illegal because a pyramid scheme is illegal. But I knew there was something else there. And so then I started asking her that question. I'm sorry, I would never be involved with anything that was illegal. And did something happen? So really it's about when people have objections, overcome their concerns by asking more questions. That's what the biggest takeaway for me is. When there's an objection, it's an opportunity to ask more questions. Oh my gosh, what happened? Have you been involved in network marketing? Because I don't like to use the words multi-level marketing. I just think it has a negative connotation because most people do not understand this industry. It is not like it was when it first started with, Amway or whatever. It's a very in my world, it's a very well-respected industry. It's a profession. It is a profession. So then I think it's my job to educate people more about that. That's if someone's saying, this is just a bunch of, people trying to do other people, get other people to join you. maybe in that conversation, when I start asking them more questions, what happened, that's what I found out, is that she had been involved with another company, and the pressure for them to get distributor after distributor after distributor was overwhelming, and to spend money every month. I said, you know what, I kind of understand that. That would be, something that wouldn't work for me either. And, so it's really that feel, felt, found has to be very authentic from you. It has to come from exactly how you were feeling. But I did educate her that, in corporate America, I said it's not a legal pyramid, but it is a pyramid. And I start talking a little bit about just letting them see the difference. Like in corporate America, you do have the CFO and the CEO and the CFO up here, and then everybody else down here, right? Because I know when I worked in TV news, that's kind of how it was. And us reporters, we worked really hard, and we're never going to make more than the people at the top. So that's kind of how, and then I try to explain how in network marketing, we all start at the bottom and we can build wide, and you can make more money than the person that brought you in. But then I just even took it away from her. Don't even think about the business, just look at what we have our hands on, right? So it's really the feel, felt, found. I totally understand what you're saying. But if I could show you what I'm doing in LifeVantage, and if you still feel like you would be selling, then just don't do it. I'm really excited to share this with you. And if you would allow me to do that, that would mean a lot to me. And then if you know somebody, even if it's not for you, if you know somebody, so even whatever objection it is, let them know your excitement. Let them know that you really just appreciate an opportunity, because that's the biggest hurdle, is just getting in front of somebody, right? So if we can just, your passion, I'm really excited. I'd like to share this with you. Even if this is something you're not interested in, maybe you know somebody I can share it with, that I could really use that. That would really help me. If you say, just be a little vulnerable and weave in your story while you're overcoming the objections and concerns, right? So that way you are giving that person a little permission to not do it, or to do it, and there's a lot of pressure that's taken off. Crazy busy people with time, right? I don't have enough time. Maybe it's, it's just, well, I'd love to bounce some highlights about this. Could I just bounce some highlights of what this opportunity is? I know you don't have time, and if you are too busy to team up with me, then just don't do it. Just don't do it. But once again, ask for that referral, right? That you could really use that help. So I think that's something that that I think would be really awesome. So now I'm going to show you something else that let me get my glasses on, sorry, because I'm going to share my screen here. Hold on. I'm going to share the screen because I want to show you. Oh, that's my fam. Okay, so that's my family. It's my husband's birthday. We're going out to dinner here in just a moment. Resolving concerns. That's what I really want to talk about again. So, as I mentioned earlier, objections are questions to test your belief and your conviction. And the root to 99% of all your concerns and objections is whether it works and whether it will work for them. So really, it's about building relationships, right? And it's not about giving them everything the first time and thinking that they have to make a decision the first time. That's not what this is. This takes time. You're building a garden and you're planting those seeds, and not everybody just sprouts out and grows like Jack and the Beanstalk, right? So get your prospects to understand how your business opportunity could help them. Time freedom. They don't have enough time to go on vacation, or they don't have enough money to go on vacation, or they're just tired, they don't have enough money to retire. It's really about, look, if I could show you a way that I found that could help, this is my 3 to 5 year plan, and this is what I'm doing, and I don't want to leave you out of this, right? So that's really what you want. It's that feel, felt, found, and being very authentic and not scripted about this, okay? So here's an example. Most people feel that way at first when someone's, overcoming a concern. I could see how you feel that way. I've felt the same way. What I found is, and even if you didn't find it, maybe somebody else that you know of, you can borrow their story. So don't let yourself not borrow somebody else's story, okay? So the last lady that enrolled actually told me she felt the same way before she started LifeVantage. this is a different deal. I always say to people, forget whatever you learn in any other network marketing company. If you've done it, this is a different deal, right? So maybe you just say, I don't know about that. All I know is, and your story and your passion and how this is helping you. And so then that will lead into the close, which I'm not going to get into, obviously, because that's another topic for training. But that's where you could go from the objections and concerns, or, seeing where the conversation goes and asking them questions and really listening to their answers. Then you could just say, maybe, do you see yourself, taking these products? Because that's actually what happened with this doctor, is that afterwards, and I did have third-party validation. I had Isa with me. After that, she said, I might try this myself. She wanted to make this herself because she used all 5 of those plants. And I said, well, that's good. Go right ahead. But she didn't understand that the patents we had, one of them actually shows the actual ingredients and the ratio. So she then said, well, I'd like to maybe try it myself. She's not responded to me. I have followed up, and that's another part, is just continue to follow up, because it's going to take more than 1 or 2 or 3 times. I mean, most of people joining you in this business has been over 5 or 6 follow-ups, and it's not in 5 or 6 days and 5 or 6 weeks. It could be 5 or 6 months, or every couple of months. So I hope that's been very helpful for you. And then right now, I'm going to introduce Susie Benjamin. We're going to take it over to the product side. And Susie is she's a mom of 3 and getting ready to be a mom of 4 in November. Is that right, Susie? Right. She's a certified athletic trainer with a bachelor's also in sports medicine from the University of North Dakota. She lives in South Dakota. She was introduced to LifeVantage by her brother, who's on this call, Dr. John Jelinek, who's a Pro 5, a doctor of chiropractic. And so her husband actually started Protandim in August, and he is a veteran. He does have PTSD from 4 tours. He's a Navy veteran. Amazing. So thank you so much for what you do for our country. But what she saw the difference in him, she was all in. So currently she is a at-home working mommy, right? And she also does stroller what do you call that stroller? I loved it. The stroller fitness. That's right. Stroller fitness classes. I think that's so cool. So what a great opportunity you have to talk to a lot of moms, right? And she teaches that class. She's passionate about health and wellness, and a woman of faith, and strives to spread positivity and love wherever she goes. So, wow. I'm excited to hear you tonight. Going to talk about Protandim Nerf 2 and athletes. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much, Marissa. Good evening, everybody. And again, thank you for having me on to present with you tonight. I am so excited to share with you a little bit about my story, as well as some information about Nerf 2 and athletes, and really anyone who exercises, really any active person. First and foremost, so I want to share my story, my why. My husband, Al, and he, like Marissa said, is a Navy veteran. And he served 4 tours overseas, and he has a history of PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder symptoms. He never wanted to take prescription medication for symptoms due to potential side effects, and I supported that. And his attitudes would ebb and flow, and PTSD is just one of those disorders that is so hard to deal with, because it's not like broken leg. You can't see it. It's a mental roadblock. So it was definitely hard on our whole family. We all struggled. And he would be super irritable, anxious, have temper flares. It was like walking on eggshells around him sometimes. He did go through treatment at the VA, but still continued to struggle. And he started activating his body with Protandim 1 and 2 and Axio. And I noticed his energy level after about 5 weeks had gone way up. And he was in a way better mood, and I was floored. He was a changed man, more positive, a better dad, and a better husband. And since then, he has graduated to the Vitality Stack, and he has lost 40 pounds with physique weight loss or smart weight management. So I started taking these products shortly after that because of his results, and I've noticed increased energy, no headaches, better moods, and our oldest two, our 7 and 9-year-olds, are on the products as well. So it's been amazing for our family, and I'm will be forever grateful for that. But as for my background, I am a certified athletic trainer with a bachelor's degree in athletic training and a minor in health education. And I've been certified for 14 years and have worked in various settings as a personal trainer, physical therapy settings, in school settings, high school and community colleges with athletes there. But most recently as an orthopedic assistant in an orthopedic clinic where I assisted in surgeries like total knee and hip replacements, shoulder and knee arthroscopies, and as well as casting and splinting. I loved my job and was there for almost 7 years, but when my husband got a job opportunity to move here to Sioux Falls, last fall we decided to take it, and it was perfect timing for me to stay at home with our 3 kids. The youngest, who is 19 months old, and like Marissa said, I'm due in November with our 4th. But after my husband experienced his results, I looked more into the business opportunity that my brother shared with me, and I was all in. It was truly a God moment for me, and all signs pointed to the fact that I was meant to share this. So now, I'm a work-at-home mom, like Marissa said again, and with a passion for sharing this vision and of prevention, health, and wellness that has been shown to my family with others. So my mission has always been that if we could help one other person like Al has been helped, that it will have all been worth it. And now that has evolved into helping so many more people, it's addicting because we rise by lifting others, you guys. And once you can help one person, you don't want to stop. So it's definitely, again, become my passion. And it works perfectly together with my background as an athletic trainer, because as an athletic trainer, I'm focused on prevention, treatment, and care of not only athletic injuries, but many sedentary, inactive people also. It's a practice of taking care of people going through their activities of daily living as well as sports. So I truly believe that everyone who breathes oxygen is affected by oxidative stress. And if you're activating your NRF2 pathway by taking Protandim, it helps to reduce your oxidative stress, an average of 40% in 30 days. We all know that, right? So everybody on the planet should be taking this. But with the athletic population, especially elite athletes who have increased oxidative stress due to pushing their bodies to the limit, going above and beyond with their daily exercise, it is especially important to activate their NRF2 pathways to reduce the oxidative stress, but also improve their recovery times and after those strenuous workouts, and even more so as we get older. So Protandim NRF2, our awesome little yellow pill, has 5 main ingredients. We have milk thistle, which is a natural liver detoxifier. We have bacopa, which increases levels of enzymes in your body like superoxide dismutase, catalase, and glutathione. And glutathione, you guys, is raised by as much as 300%. How amazing is that? And okay, the next ingredient is turmeric, and which is a natural anti-inflammatory, essential for athletes for recovery. Ashwagandha is the natural brain calmer, and green tea, which obviously naturally boosts metabolism and burns fat. So these 5 ingredients, when put together at that certain patented ratio, create the synergy in our body that gets rid of free radicals 1,000,000 to 1. And that's in contrast to, for example, eating a piece of broccoli, which would reduce our free radicals at only 1-to-1 ratio. So again, what we have is just amazingly powerful. So not exercising enough is related to high levels of oxidative stress, but so is excess exercise, which creates more free radical damage. So again, athletes in particular need this. Studies done on Protandim NRF2 and on athletic performance show that this supplement can provide enhanced oxidative stress protection in adults 35 years and older by increasing levels of antioxidant enzymes, like I just mentioned, and that supplementation likely doesn't interfere with the adaptation process, which is huge. Additionally, this protection can help athletes maintain a healthy lifestyle well into their older years by reducing their levels of fatigue, muscle soreness associated with longer recovery times, and supporting peak performance during training sessions, which would allow for the greatest benefits of exercise to be achieved. So now what I love about this product, obviously, is the science. It's what my brother first shared with me and what I really appreciate. We have over 24 peer-reviewed published studies on PubMed where obviously the medical professionals go to do the research, and the newest one just came out last month on athletes. So check that out. And athletes especially are going to be skeptical about any supplements that they put in their bodies. Fitness professionals are bombarded with all the products out there. So again, I love that our science definitely helps to bulletproof how these products can help the active population. No one else has the data to show that we are doing exactly what we need to do, which is turning on our body's ability to create its own antioxidants. Just go to PubMed and research, or put in the search bar, oxidative stress and elite athletes, and you'll find close to 90 studies linking them together so that we know there's a correlation between oxidative stress and declining athletic performance. Another thing that athletes can count on is that Protandim Nerve 2 is BSBG, Banned Substance Control Group certified, and NSF, National Science Foundation approved. And this is the gold standard in consumable products. This is a huge deal for professional and elite athletes who are really being held to a completely different standard. This product will not take their blood test, and LifeVantage goes to outstanding lengths to ensure the integrity of their products, which is, again, another big deal. Just a bit about Protandim Nerve 1, because it's important. It works so well with Nerve 2. It helps with the mitochondria dysfunction, right? The mitochondria are the powerhouses of our cells. If our bodies are cars, it's like the engine in our car. So when healing mitochondria with Nerve 1, you're increasing ATP, our energy source. With Nerve 2, you're reducing oxidative stress. So in combining the two together, you're creating an even better balance for faster recovery from hard training as an athlete. Then, you guys, Axio. Axio has Nerve 2 activating ingredients like green tea extract, pine bark extract, and quercetin. It's our smart energy brain food for focus, clarity, and concentration. We all love Axio, all of which athletes need as well. So plus it has no artificial colors, flavors, or sweeteners like other energy drinks out there, which is super important. Axio is designed to improve both physical and mental energy levels and have been optimized to provide multi-dimensional energy boosts for both body and mind. These products, although not necessarily designed for athletes, are so wonderful for athletes. And of course, we always want to know that these statements have not been evaluated by the FDA, and these products are not intended to treat, diagnose, cure, or prevent disease. These are not miracle products, but just remember that we have miracle bodies. I mean, even just by watching athletes all over the world on the Olympics, for example, we are all aware of what amazing things we are capable of. So when we feed our bodies the right things, unbelievable results can happen. My husband, kids, and I are all thrilled to be biohackers with you all, and we truly believe in the power of what we have our hands on. It is truly life-changing, you guys. So I hope that if you haven't shared this with any of your athlete friends, that you ask them if they're open to learning more about our amazing nutrigenomics. They need to know about this. If they're skeptical, show them the science or reach out to an athlete, medical, or fitness professional in your upline to help share this information with them. Because really no one else has the data that we have. You guys, we have cutting edge products. So please go out and share and bless others. Everyone, again, that breathes oxygen goes through has oxidative stress. So everyone, not just athletes, but everyone must know about this. Thank you, Marissa, and thank you to everybody.
Oh, Susie, you're great. Thank you so much. And it's really true. I mean, people that work out, if they haven't worked out for a while, sometimes they'll say, wow, I should be more sore, right? And then they're not as sore. Their recovery is better.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yep, it's huge.
And that would be because of glutathione, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Can you share a little bit about glutathione?
So glutathione is our mother antioxidant, and I think it's by an average, I think, and you might be able to correct me here, but 3 to 4 months is when people have seen increases of up to 400% or 3 to 400% in glutathione increases after taking Protandim Nerve 2. So really that antioxidant that is essential in helping our bodies recover is key. When athletes learn about that, why wouldn't you want to help your body out with taking Nerve 2?
Yes, and the mitochondria, you know, I think I posted something on Michelle's page today, or she posted on one person, I posted on Vitality Living about the mitochondria NRF1 pathway. And, you know, just last summer, Time Magazine came out with a special edition of the science of exercise and talking all about NRF1 pathway, the mitochondria, and talking about how exercise really helps boost your mitochondria. So here we have the perfect dual package here, the, you know, the 1-2 punch, right? The NRF1, the NRF2, and it's just a win-win. So just think about that. You're just educating people. You're not into selling people about this. You just have to come from the heart, really think about, be intentional, I think, about the person in front of you, even before you really sit down with them. What do you want to accomplish here in this presentation with that person, right? And then it just happens. So that's the mindset. And it takes time to get there. You know, we all started at ground zero. All right. Well, thank you so much, Susie. Amazing. Thank you so much for helping tonight on this call and for educating us on our products and our amazing science. And thank all of you for taking time out on this Sunday to learn more about, you know, just how to overcome those objections. And third-party validation is a huge thing. I don't know anything about that, but guess what? My so-and-so does. And now I don't even give them permission. I just like start dialing and then say, yo, here, you know, and then I've got that in there, and it's wonderful. It just, there's another, it's another connection. All right, everybody have a great night. We're going to take my husband out for dinner, and for his birthday dinner. So have a wonderful evening, and I know I'll see you all soon. Be sure you register tonight if you haven't for Global Convention, because the early bird rates end tonight. Make sure you get in your hotel as well. All right, good night, everyone.
Thank you.